Good afternoon, everybody there. Yesterday, we were talking about IEEE communication, IO programming, IO communication, various aspects, various programs. Today, we shall continue that. This example we had seen in the last minute of the class to write a program to perform the following. Keep monitoring the P1.2 bit until it becomes high. When it becomes high, you have to write some value to port 0. And you have to send high to low pulse on port 2.3. So for this, we had written the program also. In a different way also we had written. We are setting P1.2 and we are checking. After that, you are reading the port. Then once that particular P1 point becomes high, we are sending some value on P0. Here he is sending 45. Also, we are sending high to low pulse on P2.3 by setting P2.3 and by clearing P2.3. This was the program. Now let us see the next program. Assume that P2.3 is an input and represents the condition of a O1. If it goes high, it means that O1 is hot. Monitor the bit continuously. Whenever it goes high, send high to low pulse to port P1.5 to turn on the buzzer. This is an application-like concept. So you are checking P2.3. When P2.3 is high, it means that oven is hot. So you have to turn on a buzzer. For turning on a buzzer, what you are doing? You are setting a bit and you are clearing a bit. You are sending a pulse, high to low pulse on P1.5. So keep repeating this process. So this is a segment to understand, represent that particular application. So let us discuss that concept. So here 8051. So this is we can take a program. So write a program segment to implement the following. One is O1 is connected to or interfaced to some port. Yes, said P2.3. If P2.3 is high, if P2.3 is high, it indicates that oven is hot. O1 is hot. So what is the second point? So when O1 is hot, send high to low pulse on P1.5 to turn on the buzzer. So this is the application. So for that, we shall write a hardware. First step is always we should write a hardware diagram and you should understand the concept. So this is 8051. So it is connected to P2.3. So this is connected to O1. So temperature sensor of O1 actually. What is connected? So temperature sensor of O1 is connected to P2.3. Similarly, P1.5 is connected to a buzzer. Enable pin of buzzer. So this is enable pin of buzzer. This wants a high to low pulse to turn on. So this is the concept. So what is the first step here? Step 1 is configure P2.3 as input port pin and P1.5 as output port. P1.5 as output port pin. Step 2, keep on monitoring P2.3. When it becomes high, send high to low pulse on P1.5 to turn on the buzzer. Very, very important. This is the way you have to analyze and approach to the problem. So this always you have to write the hardware diagram first, then you have to write the algo. Finally, you should write the program. So how do you configure P2.3 as input port? Set bit P2.3. It is first. So this is configure as input. Then afterwards jump not bit P2.3 here. So what is that? What is the comment here? Wait till P2.3 is 1. So when P2.3 is high, what you have to do? Set bit P1.5, clear bit P1.5. So what is it? Send high to low pulse on P1.5. And you could end the program. So this is the way you have to approach. This is the way you have to approach. So first configuration of the input he has not done. So I have added that. So next program. A switch is connected to P1.7. Write a program to check the status of the switch and perform the following. The switch is 0, send letter N to P2. If switch is 1, it send letter Y to P2. So P1.7. P1.7 you are checking. Simple once again. Similar way you have to approach. So next problem. So write a program to implement the following. What is the data there? What is the data? Switch is connected to P1.7. If switch is 0, send no, that is N, on P2. If switch is 1, send Y on P2. So we have to write a hardware diagram for this. So this is 8051. So switch is connected to, so this is switch, is connected to P1.7. So this port 2, this is your P2. This is connected to a 7-segment display, which is displaying the letters. 7-segment display. It's like this. This is a 7-segment display, which is connected to port 2. So if switch is equal to 0, you are sending N on port 2 and it is displaying N. If switch is 1, it is displaying Y. So this is how 7-segment display is connected. So now what is the solution for that? First point in your answer, what you have to write? Step 1, configure P1.7 as input port. This point, first point is always this, and P2 as output port. P2 as output port. See this step 1 always. What is the step 2? Keep monitoring P1.7 to read the status of switch SW. If SW is equal to 0, send letter N. on P2. Send letter N on P2. Else send Y on P2. So here, please understand the very important point. Between 7-segment display and P2, there will be a device connected. So I will rewrite that diagram if you want. Can rewrite this diagram. Between 7-segment display and P2, see this is your P2, there is a device called as 7-segment decoder driver. So that will generate actually the code, and it is connected to 7-segment display. Actually, this is 7447 actually. This is 7447. So this is connected to a 7-segment display. Like this. So when you are writing N, either you can write the character N, that will you have to write the character N, which will convert the character N into the 7-segment code that we will see later how 7-segment code will be generated. Later it will be transmitted to 7-segment display. So anyway, that part is not considered in this program. So now let us write the program. First step is configure P1.7 as input. So set B P1.7. Configure P1.7 as input port. Then JNB P1.7 here. So you are waiting. You are waiting until, so what you have to write there? Wait till P1.7 is equal to 1. So if P1.7 is equal to 1, what you have to do? Move P2, comma, character Y. SJMP stop. SJMP stop. So if SW is equal to 0, should not wait actually. JNB P1.7 next. So if SW is equal to 0, send N on P2. If SW is equal to 1, send Y on P2. So this is your next. So here you should write move P2 comma character N. character n. So this is stop. SJMP stop. End. Simple. So if P 1.7 is equal to 0, you should send no. If P2 is equal to P 1.7 is equal to 1, you are sending y. So that is the program. That is the program. So I'll take a quick feedback. So have you understood? So have you understood the program? Okay. Now let us go to the next program. Next program. So in that program, we have not written hash, it seems. So hash you should write always, that you know when you are sending a value, it is immediate addressing. You should write the hash. That is missed there. So you can either stop or you can keep monitoring that also. You can keep on normally in such programs, you are making it as an infinite loop, that you have to understand. In normally embedded system based program, we are making this as an infinite loop. We will not stop, we will make it as an infinite loop. We will make it as an infinite loop. So that is after reading, you can just say repeat. Repeat you can give here. Here you can say again. Again is keep on repeating. So that you should know. That you should know always. So in embedded system based program, there will not be stop. It will be a continuous loop. It would be a continuous loop. That you should understand always. Next program. If a switch is connected to P1.7, write a program to check the status of perform the following. So this we have seen. Use the carry flag to check the status. That is a very interesting thing. You are reading the port P1.7 to carry, then you are checking it. Only small change. Small change. Analysis is same, but the way you present the program is different. So in this program, the change is changed program. We would write it in a different color just to differentiate. Everything is same. This part is same. Configure it as an input port. Configure it an input port. Then what you have to do? You have to read it to a carry flag. Move C, P 1.7. You are reading to a carry flag. You are checking the carry flag. Jump carry means P 1.7 is 1. Jump carry next. Jump carry next. If there is no carry, you are moving no. N. SJMP again. again is reading it. Suppose there is a carry, what you have to do? You have to move P to S. Yes. Y. Once again SJMP again. Then. So here only change is there you are directly reading the bit P1.7, but here you are copying P1.7 to carry flag and you are checking the carry. If the carry is 1 means you have to move S to P2. If the carry is 0 means you have to move N to P2. Same program in a different way. That's all. So there are some mistakes here. Here written 7, he is writing 2 here. Some mistake. You have to understand always. Next, a switch is connected to P1.0 and an LED is connected to P2.7. So write a program to get the status of switch and send it to LED. Very, very simple. Yesterday itself we have seen. The instruction move P2.7, P1.0. That is not possible. It is wrong. Since such an instruction does not exist. So you have to always move it to carry. From carry, you have to move it to P2.7. That you have to understand. So however, move P2, P1 is valid. You can copy directly all 8 bit to another 8 bit. That is possible. But you cannot copy bit to another bit. That is not possible. That you have to understand always. There are some hitches in the design that you have to just go with based on the instruction of the manual. So that also we will write once and we will appreciate. So this is the next scenario. What is the next scenario? This is 8051. Some port, maybe P1.7. It is connected to a switch. It is connected to a switch. Status of the switch should read it, and if you have connected another port to LED. This is LED. So what are the port numbers? You can once refer. One is P1.0, another one is P2.7. P1.0 and 2.7. So this is P1.0. So this is P1.0. So this one is P2.7. P2.7. So here when you are writing the algo, configurations first you should write. So step 1, configure P1.0 as input and P2.7 as output. Output port by default configuration will be there. But if you are configured as an input, you should always send a logic 1 on it. That you should understand. So step 2, read P1.0. So if SW is equal to, okay, read P1.0. So read P1.0 and send the status of SW on P2.7 to reflect it on LED. Yes, this is the algo. This is the algo. Simple. So set bit P1.0, move C comma P1.0, that is read P1.0 to carry flag. To carry flag. All of you answer your attendance, please. All of you answer your attendance, please. Quickly answer your attendance. Then after reading it, you have to copy to P2.7. P2.7. SJMP again. So this is again. This is the end of the program. So this is also one technique to write the program. You can use this example also. Interface simple switch and LED to IO ports to switch on and off LED with respect to switch status. So if SW is equal to 1, LED is on. SW is equal to 0, LED is equal to off. So you are connected your push button switch to P1.1 as shown. And you have connected LED through a 100 ohm resistor P2.1. So you are reading it JNB P1.1. So you have to, if see, whenever you have to see that whenever switch is equal to 0, that is whenever P1.1 is equal to 0 means switch is equal to on, because it is connected to ground. You can see when a switch is equal to open, when switch is open, always it will be reading 1. So when the particular P1.1 is 1, you have to switch off the LED. So clear P2.1. When it is 0, it means switch is pressed. Then you have to set P2.1 to switch on the LED. Very simple program. Very simple program. Same program you have done it. This is how you have to write a C program. If switch is equal to 0, I have told you when a switch is equal to 0, LED is equal to 1. Otherwise, LED is equal to 0. So we will stop here.